Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. Hope you guys are doing okay wherever it is that you are. I want to talk to you about your fireplace, or what are you going to do to plan on keeping warm for the winter, just in case the old reliable goes out. Well, it can be problematic. One of the things that we do is we have two fireplaces, one upstairs, which is a traditional fireplace, and the one downstairs in the basement, which is a cooking hearth fireplace. Don't know why it was put down here, but it's here when we bought it. So it's really cool, and I've actually got to get it finished up and get it working. But we always, at the end of winter into spring, when a lot of like the fire logs and the fat wood and all that stuff goes on sale, clearance, we try to load up on as much of it as we can afford, which means we get a few boxes of the larger ones, cut those up into pieces. The smaller ones, we bought a box of them, and I think the box was like $10, something like that. Cut those up into small pieces, and as well as fat wood. Now fat wood, if you know what you're doing, you can go out and harvest it from pine. Pine stumps are usually the best, and they call them like starter knots, stuff like that, which works really good for fire starting. But we always lay in a good supply of firewood. We always make sure that the chimney is clean. The fire extinguishers are charged and working, and we keep like one in the kitchen, one in the laundry room, one by the fireplace, one by the furnace. So we have a few, and these are the larger ones, because it's just, the odds are you're going to have a fire in your house more than you're going to have a home invasion. Typically, that's just how it works. So make sure that you have a way to put out a fire if it gets out of control. But I'll show you what we do, and it's easy, and I know you can feather the stuff and do all the stuff, and it works. It works good. When I want to fire, I want to fire quick. Now, another thing that we do, we save all of our paper towels, rolls, and the toilet paper rolls, and as well as all the dryer lint. And then we take the used candles, we go outside, heat them up on the grill, and pour it through, and this makes a really good fire starter for fire in a fireplace or on a grill or whatever. It burns up. It's all, natural, so it's not going to be a problem. So you can get as high tech or as low tech as you want to. You can spend a little bit of money buying it off season, or you can spend a lot of money during season. Firewood. If you have a sawmill, which we're fortunate enough that we have like 5 or 6 around us, they do everything from cutting up logs to doing railroad ties. And a lot of times railroad ties, they are certain grades, and they don't meet the required grades for the railroad. And this is before they soak them in creosote. So these are hardwoods, and they kiln dry them, and they warp for some reason. So what the railroad, or what the lumber companies do, is they cut them up into like 18-inch sections, something like that, and then you can fill up a truck for $25. And it's kiln dried hardwood already. So you can set it out, and it'll season even more as time progresses. But make sure your fireplace is clean. Make sure you have the tools to use everything. The poker, shovel, brush, andiron, fireproof bucket, stuff like that. Just goes a long way to making your winter relaxing, sitting in front of the fireplace. And if there is a power outage, you've got a way to heat your house. If you aren't fortunate enough to have a honest-to-goodness wood-burning fireplace, you can do propane. You can do roll-around propane heaters. I've done videos on like the Mr. Buddy heaters or the Mr. heaters, whichever brand that you prefer. Roll-around cabinet heater that holds a 20-pound tank, and you just hook it up and go and roll it around. It's got the oxygen sensor, low shut off, tip over, alarm, shut off, all that good stuff. So they're about 160, 170 bucks, but it has helped us a whole lot during power outages, storms, and just heating up an extra room. That room in your house that's always a little colder. It's a good way to do that. Now, I'm going to go upstairs, get a fire started. More to come. Okay, guys, I also wanted to show you this. This is the fat wood that you can buy in the boxes from your local hardware store, Walmart. They even sell them at feed stores, I think. These are really thick. What I usually do is I take one of my good fixed blade knives and I baton these down into 3 pieces, and I'll also take about 2 inches or so and I will thin them out and I will put them in all my go bags and my fire starting kits, because these things work really well. Doesn't hurt to have these in a go bag, and they don't take up weight. So we're going to go upstairs, get the fire going. There we go. I just lit a piece of fat wood. I've got my fire already set, and I have another piece of fat wood under it. I'm sorry, I don't have my tripod. It's still in my truck from when I was traveling, and I used this to start it. You can use, you know, when I was growing up, we always used to use newspapers, ball them up and start a fire, and that works great. But this works pretty good. We did a fire last night, and it was really nice to sit in here. And we'll just let it burn. More to come. Just going to show you, I've got another one of these full of dryer lint paper towels, and like I said, we save them all year long, and it's a good cheap way to start a fire if you don't have this or this. Easy peasy. Now let's go back upstairs and we will see how the fire is. And there we go. So this is just some of the stuff we do all year to make sure that we have what we need to heat the house with firewood and cook with, if we want to, or should we ever need to for an extended period of time. Just things to think about. And again, make sure your chimney's clean. But just food for thought. Oh, and some of you might be looking at wondering what's behind the fire. That's actually a heat shield that I've made from a piece of high-grade aluminum that I had, a big sheet of it. So periodically I'll cut off 3 feet and put it back there just to help protect the fire bricks. Take care of your people, guys.